let's be real for a second here. You've heard of the magic of SARMs and steroids. Some people would like you to believe that you can only pop a pill or take a shot and then you look like a Greek god overnight. But what's the real story here? Today we're looking at what steroids actually do, including some statistics that'll probably surprise you. And yes, we're even talking about SARMs, which everyone thinks are safer. But are they really? Let's kick off things with a study that's been a huge talking point in the fitness world. Researchers set up 4 groups of people. A group that didn't train at all, a group lifting naturally without steroids, a group taking steroids but not lifting, a 4th group taking steroids and lifting. And here's the mind-blowing part. The group that took steroids without lifting gained more muscle than the group that were lifting naturally. You heard that right. Steroids work even though you're just sitting on a couch. But, and there's a big but, there's a catch. While you can make gains initially with steroids alone, those results will hit a wall fast unless you're training hard, eating right, getting your sleep and recovery. So yeah, steroids can get you started, but if you're not disciplined, you'll end up looking pretty meh. A pretty good real-world example of this is Togi, an influencer that promotes steroids, gambling and recreational drugs. And he's been on significant high levels of steroids, up to 2.5 grams. Let's compare Togi's 2.5 grams to Dorian Yates, which is a legendary bodybuilder, and his first cycle. Dorian used 20 milligrams of dianabol each day for 6 weeks. He gained about 20 pounds or roughly 10 kilos of muscle during this period. And 8 weeks out from competition, he used 15 milligrams of anabar every day and 200 milligrams of primobolan a week. I'm not saying that he used this exact cycle for the rest of his life to look the way he did, but you can't argue with the fact that he was smart about his usage and look at his results. Meanwhile, Togi is blasting grams of this shit and looks almost the same as Alex Eubank, even though Alex is natural in this video. So if you want real long-term results, you can't skip the basics, even though you're enhanced. Comment below what you think about Togi's recent health decline. That's basically just documented for everyone to see on his social media. Let's continue. Alright, let's talk some numbers here. Steroids might seem like a shortcut, but they come with some scary health risks, and the stats back it up. We'll start with heart health. Studies show that people using anabolic steroids are almost 300% more likely to develop heart disease. That's a 3-fold increase in your chances of having a heart attack. Steroids also increase your bad cholesterol, known as LDL cholesterol, and decrease your good cholesterol, or HDL cholesterol, which is basically a recipe for clogged arteries. Your heart's not a fan. Then there's liver damage. Steroid users are at a higher risk of developing liver toxicity, tumors, and even liver failure. For anyone who thinks, oh, I'll just stop if I notice any issues, liver damage often happens before you see any symptoms. So by the time you're feeling it, it's already bad news. And get this, a study published in the Journal of Endocrinology found that steroid users are 20 times more likely to experience severe hormonal imbalances. That's why users often have to be on hormone therapy for life just to stay balanced. We're talking mood swings, anxiety, even severe depression. So if you think roid rage is just a joke, it's very real and it can be dangerous. And a lot of famous bodybuilders have perished because of steroids. I'll list some famous examples here. Rich Piana is probably the most famous one. He was very open about his steroid use and advocated for transparency about performance-enhancing drugs in bodybuilding. We have Dallas McCarver, Andreas Münzer, Mike Matarazzo, Nasser El Sombati, and let's not forget an icon in early days of fitness social media, Sis. With this said, there are levels of usage, and you can make it more or less dangerous depending on if you work with a good coach that understands the risks and if you do regular health checkups. They'll never be safe for you, however you go about it, but if you're seriously considering hopping on, you need to hire a coach and you need to see a healthcare professional for regular blood testing, so you know what's going on in your body, and be smart about it. Don't start blasting grams of gear. Start at the minimum dosage to see results. Now let's move on to SARMs. SARMs, or selective androgen receptive modulators, have exploded in popularity because people think they are a safer alternative to steroids. But here's the truth. SARMs are still experimental, and we actually know very little about their long-term effects. They're not fully approved for human use yet. So if you're taking SARMs, you're basically a lab rat. Let's talk health risks. Although SARMs are designed to selectively target muscle and bone tissue, studies still show that they carry similar side effects to regular steroids. For example, SARMs can reduce your natural testosterone production, leading to low testosterone and a need for post-cycle therapy, just like steroids. And some users report increased liver enzymes, which is an early warning sign of liver stress. In fact, according to a study by the FDA, nearly 50% of SARMs users experienced side effects, including liver toxicity, lower testosterone, and cholesterol issues. So if you're thinking SARMs is a risk-free option, think again. Just because they're marketed as safer doesn't mean they're harmless. Let's cut to the chase. If your goal is to look good, stay healthy, and feel confident, natural bodybuilding is by far the best choice for you. Sure, it takes longer time, and it requires discipline, but in the end, you're building something that's actually yours. No hormone therapy, no lifelong liver problems, no heart disease waiting to sneak up on you. And here's another misconception that we need to clear out, especially for you younger guys out there. A lot of guys think that women are into that big, bulky, steroid-enhanced look, but you can just take a quick look on YouTube and you soon find out that most women actually prefer a lean, athletic build, something that says fit, without screaming, I can't scratch my back anymore, which I actually can't. But yeah, you get the point. So if you're working hard to get a healthy, natural body, you're already on the right path. For those of you who want to take on the stage without gear, there are a few solid options of natural bodybuilding federations you can choose. And they do strict drug testing to make sure that everyone's competing on the same page. Some top choices are the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. This is a highly respected federation with a strong international reach and strict testing. We have International Natural Bodybuilding Association. It has competitions worldwide and a strong focus on natural athletes. We have the Natural Physique Association, Drug-Free Athletes Coalition. These federations allow you to showcase all your hard work and discipline in a way that's safe, sustainable, and respectful to your body. Now, if you're ready to get real, sustainable results, I got you covered. With over a decade of training myself and 3 years of coaching experience, I help people reach their natural potential without any shortcuts, without any gimmicks. My programs cover training, nutrition, and recovery, and they are designed to maximize your natural potential. Just like with, for example, Johannes, who gained about 10 pounds of muscle in 4 months with 4 years of prior experience lifting. Or Jessica, that's getting ready for a TV show, and she lost 4 pounds of fat in just 3 weeks. To get in contact with me, I'll leave my Instagram handle down in the description, and there you can message me Swole to claim your free intro guide, and then we'll talk from there. So here's the bottom line. Steroids and SARMs might seem tempting, but the health risks are real and they're serious. If your goal is to look great, feel strong, and stay healthy for years to come, natural bodybuilding is hands down the best way to do it. You don't need to risk heart attacks, liver disease, or a lifelong hormone therapy to build a body that you can be proud of. Now, if you're serious about being an IFBB pro, you'll eventually have to hop on gear. But just make sure that you have a good coach that knows what they're doing, and you're getting regular health checkups, so you make your usage as safe as you possibly can for you. And this is not a steroid promotion. I'm just saying the way it is, because that's how it is in the IFBB, and I just want to educate you and be real with how things are. Unless you're really serious about going pro, the risks are not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not. And if this video was an eye-opener, hit that like button, subscribe for more real talk on fitness, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What are your thoughts on the risks of steroids and SARMs? Have you considered hopping on before? Or Are you determined to be a lifelong natural? Let's talk. See you in the next video. Stay swole and stay humble.